edition of Live. We're a little bit late today, and as we start up, all the machinery starts up as track work is over. Just our luck. Anyway, big week for me personally. I've told a few people that I'm about to become Australian. I can become Australian on Wednesday, citizen. I'm going to do the pledge. Did think it was the 5th, it's actually the 12th. So it's really my last weekend coming up as a New Zealander. I'll never support the Australians on the cricket. I did remind them the Champions final is over the weekend, India versus New Zealand. Now, Luke, how many winners last week?
I'm going to say maybe 7 or 8.
You were not into oars.
8.
Correct. Can you name them?
Let's start Friday night. Oziggy,
Yes.
Star May,
Star May.
Strata Verena, Battle Hymn.
It's 3.
Saturday,
Yeah.
Iron and Merc,
Yep.
Within the Law, Spring Lee.
Correct.
Now I'm starting to get out. Shervington,
Yes.
at 7.
Yeah.
And Mallorca Sunset.
Whoa, he knows the horses. There we go. Right, Ziggy. One went back to back. He's had 9 runs this prep. He's gone for a break. He's going to come back bigger, stronger. Battle Him had problems as a young horse. We gave him plenty of time. He actually had knee surgery. So he's gone to the break after 3 runs. He's done a remarkable job. 2 from 3. Definitely a horse on the way up. Strata Verena is very, very promising. Luke, come on. We don't want to ruin the backdrop by going over there. So just come here. Beautiful backdrop. Look at that. Strata Verena, what's the verdict?
This is a lovely filly. Dominant win at Canterbury and has pulled up in great order. Galloped outstanding this morning. She's all set for the Magic Night next Saturday.
Who rides?
Jason Collett.
Yeah, and she was very good last week. She had to work across them, and I thought dominant. Of course, it was Lobby's and your tip last week.
Doubled up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, 2 people that I'd lay any day of the week, so she might be a little bit better than even we thought. Then, of course, you go into Spring Lee, who was very good. She's running in the last on Randwick. She was great. Iron and Merc, I'm the only one that thought he got his nose down, but I was in the committee room, and that really, when he got the nod, I won't be back in the VRC committee room, but I did enjoy my one day there, very much so. Thank you for the hospitality. And Within the Law, wow, what a special filly. She really is. I thought it was a phenomenal win. She's 5, 6, 7 deep the trip. She got interfered with at the start. She got half a check in the straight. She had no right to win a country race, yet alone a top class race like that. So she will gallop next Tuesday, and then the Tuesday following will go into the Golden Slipper, and really exciting to have a runner there with a legitimate chance. And Derby Racing, of course, they've won it before. I think they won it with She Will Reign. It was 20,000. They've upgraded 30,000 with this one. So I was just in there. I had a photo with her. You'll be able to see that at the start. But she's a special filly, and just so genuine. So if she draws a gate, she's going to be able to be much closer, do no work, and we know she'll be strong at the finish. So really exciting. Shervington was very good. He's gone in now 2 from 3, possibly run the 19th at Wyong. And Mallorca Sunset, Luke, what did you make of him?
Yeah, he was a very good winner. He's obviously no luck whatsoever last start, but he was able to put himself on speed and was tough. He's starting to put it all together now.
Yeah, so I thought he was great. I thought he will be better once he's up over 2,000. We may even have a crack at a race like the Rosehill Guineas if he gets in, or even the Tulloch Stakes. So he's in good order. What else? We bought 1 filly in Melbourne, an Ole Kirk filly, the first Ole Kirk filly, or Ole Kirk we've bought since Ole, and she is sold out. So if you missed out, bad luck. We still have some Magic Millions horses left. I think 1 Perencanto Colt, he's a cracker from New Zealand, and Jim is just buying phenomenal horses at the moment. I think our ROI, return on investment, is exceptional, Luke.
And one winner of Shervington, Mini Malk. He was great on Tuesday, gone back to back. He's improved out of sight from last preparation. He's exciting.
Were you just daydreaming there as you came back into the conversation? Anyway, right. Arapaho was super last year. Special mention, Arapaho. He is going to go to the Sky High next week. Rachel King will ride him there. And Strata Verena, we've discussed her. Overpass was back trialling during the week. Went super. He's possibly going to go to the TJ. 3 weeks between the TJ and the Quokka, unlike last year's with his only being 2 weeks. Lavender Rose was very good. Second trial yesterday at Rose Hill. And hold on now, hold on. We've had a few, here, come here. We've had a few jump out this morning. And we've got Alan Frogley here. Well, have you signed up for Ukraine or are you riding track work again? Why are you dressed like a clown for real this week?
It's protective. So my protective gear when scoping horses, because they're not all quiet and they can be quite difficult, some of them, and I do not want to get clocked on the head or on the chest.
So we're
the
very...
person holding the horse also is attired the same way.
Yes, and I think it's one thing, safety, and the horse is a big, strong beast. So I think, why do we scope them? So we've had a lot jump out this morning, about 12. What's the reason behind that? We're a big scoping stable. Just explain what it is.
We do scope most of the horses that gallop, and obviously these jump out horses have had a decent hit out. It's also the strongest bit of work they've done in their preparation at this stage. The next will be a trial. So it's important to make sure that those lungs are nice and clean, not got any mucus or infected material down there, and that will require antibiotics, right? Because that's the engine room of a racehorse, and it needs to be nice and clean, and they will perform then. Also, it's an opportunity to have a look at their throats to see that their throats are normal, and we haven't got any roarers or displaced soft palates. So, and we do it through the preparation because some horses can be clean, and then they'll have a bit of muck down there, much the same as people do. You know, horses get the same respiratory infections like we do, and they cannot perform if they're not nice and clean.
And so why would I, as a trainer, I love scoping, but I'm not nearly as big on bloods like some trainers. So what's the difference there?
Look, you can have a horse with a completely normal blood, but he will have mucopurulent material in the airways, and that's the thing that will stop them performing.
Right.
So, I mean, bloods are very handy, I think, when you've got a sick horse and you're treating it, to know how to treat it and when it's right. But as a routine, no, I don't think it's necessary. Scope's more important.
Brilliant. Thanks, Al. Thanks for that summation. That's very good. We try and teach everyone a little bit too here as we're about to go into the barn. We've got a few questions. Luke, I need some help. Iron and Merc definitely looking towards the Galaxy. Not sure. Iron and Merc, we may even consider the Ajax next week into the Doncaster. I think if anything, he didn't mind the 1300 the other day, and he's relaxing so well. So he may do a U-turn there. We've got another question. Wayne John, guys, critical question. Is it going to rain tomorrow? Big question that. It's so patchy at the moment, Sydney. There is the forecast possibly for a little bit of rain, but I'm not too worried about it. I think we've got fairly adaptable horses, and our horses have been running great on firm tracks. I think if the rain comes, it's not going to make a big difference. Mick, who's in Star May, yeah, good to hear from you. She went super yesterday, first trial back, and she's going to improve a heap for that. We'll trial her in a couple of weeks. Brad, hi Bjorn, very happy with Outcast Alley yesterday. She was very well. Yeah, would we have a crack at the Wellington Boot? I've actually won the Wellington Boot before, so I'd love to get back out there. So quite possibly that could be a good race for a $200,000 race. Good for at Newey now, which is great. Thanks, Will. And Majorca Sunset possibly into Rosedale Guineas. Hold on. Here we go. Keep coming, Ramon. Here we go. I Know a Star is coming into the big stable. Of course, the last time we saw him, he won the
5 Diamonds Prelude.
That's right, $1 million, and he's won over $1 million. And he's come back in great order. We could possibly look at going to a trial, a race like the Stradbroke. He's Invincible Phantom. He won his last 2 trials. He's going to run on Thursday at Kensington. Lovely, really well-bred horse, bought for $160,000 by the champion stallion. Good value. I think that's a pretty good purchase by Jim.
Yeah, definitely. He's exciting. His trials have been smart, very smart.
Hey, Ashish. Mate, picked up a new car this week, a Volvo.
Yeah, very good.
I've got to be honest, it was off the boss. It's done a lot of fast Ks, and it has to be, when you fill it up with petrol, you've got to put a litre of oil in, and you also have to put engine coolant in every half a tank of fuel. So
You want everything clean, but the more dirtiest car I've ever seen in my life.
I cleaned it up. I like my stables clean now, sheesh.
Yes.
India, New Zealand.
One-sided India, mate.
Oh, well, there you goes. Hey, another one who doesn't need a pay increase. Here's Al Manzas. He's running today. I thought he was very good at Canterbury. Luke?
He was great. He just had to snag back from the awkward gate, but he draws a lot better today. He'll be able to put himself in the first half of the field, and he looks great.
Yeah, he's in a great order. I think he's a really promising stayer. I'd love him to do well today, and then we can look at possibly better races over a little bit further. But Al Manzor goes well. He's got that magic little Avondale brand. I think he can run really well today. Here's Majorca Sunset. Very good on Wednesday. $100,000 race too, so great for connections. Tiberius, he jumped out super this morning. His highlights. Well, he's out of Newcastle today, but he's going to the National Sprint on Sunday. Luke?
Yeah, he was just drawn a little bit awkward today at Newcastle. He's a little bit better at Canberra. Back to the 1400, but he'll be able to be positive and put himself there, and he's coming off a win. So
yeah, and there's going to be a couple of key scratchings there. Coastwatch is running today as well. Here's Arapaho, looks fantastic. He's going super. He's beaten a length and a half by Via Sistina. Wait till he gets to 2000, the 2400 of the Tancred, maybe even a crack at the Queen Elizabeth second day of the championships. And stranger things have happened. He's going super. Hayek looks great. He's trialling on Monday over 740 at Newcastle. He's Raj, he's Shervington in great order. Trincatore, he'll run next Saturday. Here he is, Ione a Merc. Been a great horse, won just under $1 million and can definitely go over the million in time. So another great purchase by Derby Racing. Line of Fire trialled well during the week. Here he is, Overpass. Just had a nice trial yesterday, ran 54, nice time without any pressure. Josh was just thrilled and just electric out of the gates. He just jumped and put himself right there. So he's back on target. Imperial Force, he's going to run the 19th at Wyong, and he just looks fantastic. He is glowing. $1.6 million horse, another great purchase by Derby. I think he'll be hard to beat. He's having a good gallop. Sandpaper, well, we talk about Derby, another great purchase by Derby, and this is it. Steps up to Group 3 today, and he could not look any better, Luke.
no, he looks outstanding. He's had no luck with gates, and finally today draws a gate.
And he's on the minimum, tough race, but he'll be able to put himself in the first 2 or 3 comfortably, possibly lead. I just think he's improved out of sight. His work on Saturday morning was very good and suggests he's up to a race like today. So I think he goes in a great hope. Don Pedro, he's going to run on Thursday over 1550. He is big, relaxed, casual. We love him. Steve Head, talking about big, relaxed and casual. That's Steve. And with Father's Day, who's going to run Saturday week. I think he's in great order. Our Anchorage, Luke. Well, I'm on my own again, but here is our Anchorage. He's going to go to Randwick tomorrow. We have a scratch from Canberra already. He's going for 5 in a row. Josh Parr rides 55 and a half, and I think he's still going to have a pretty good fitness edge on some of them on Saturday. He's lovely and relaxed, and he looks great. So I think he can run a big race again. Got Georgia Griffin joined. Nice to have you on, Georgia. Here we go from Colonel. Overpass, is he ready to go for the Quokka? Yeah, we may look at the TJ. Here's Allegron, of course, the Brisbane Cup winner. Big fella, big casual bloke. He's in great order. Parting the Seas, he'll debut. Victor, looks a good race from today. 1400 first up. Big weight, Luke. Are we concerned about that?
Yeah, big weight, tricky gate, but the race looks a nice one for him. 1400 first up. His trials have been good. He's been galloping well, so he'll improve off today.
Yeah, he's just drawn 9 of 9, so he's gotten a bit at the gates. And I think he's a good chance. We'll just have to get our tactics right. And here's what he goes. He's going to run on Sunday. I think he'll be hard to beat. I think he's definitely fitter for his recent racing. And second up, he can be a bit playing. Third up, generally better.
Yeah, needs to bounce back to form, but if he gets back to his best, he can win the race.
Right, and he's Midnight Dynamite. He didn't fire in the English Sprint last week. We're going to continue on with him. And Point and Shoot has gone out for a break, Luke.
Yeah, he was no luck in the Australian Guineas, but an outstanding prep all the same, and he'll come back better.
Yeah, right. As we go through, how's Point and Shoot? We just answered that. When does the Autumn Sun Islands filly? She's broken in really well. She'll have a good break. No great rush to get her into the stable. Obviously, the Autumn Sun, they can take a little bit of time. We'll come down here. We'll save her for the way back up, Luke. No lobby today. No lobby today. He is off. We may as well talk about it. No time like the present. He is off to New Zealand. Lobby has got the cooler. Luke, my old mate here, he didn't want to go. He's been to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Japan, and he didn't want to go to New Zealand. That does not make me feel too good either. So Lobby's on his way over there. Perfumist has settled in great. We've got the gate we want, gate 2 of 14. A couple of the other Aussies have drawn out a bit, so I'm still a Kiwi for now, thankfully. And how do you see?
Yeah, mindful she's been up a long time, but she couldn't have shown any better signs at home. She's been working great. She's drawn a lovely gate. She gets every chance. Ash knows her really well. So, yeah, if she hasn't come to the end of it, then she's going to be right in the finish.
You know, I think from gate 2 she's going to get a gun run. Of course, last time she had to work, she got taken on, and I thought it was a run full of merit, even though she didn't win. So I think from gate 2 we can afford to be positive. Whether she leads, I'm leaning that way. Follow the rail, the quickest way home could well be the way to go. Otherwise, she'll be right there and comfortably enough. She's got that natural early speed. So I think she goes in a pretty good chance. Now we come down. This is the reason. Lavender Rose, she was very good trialling yesterday. Quickest 2-year-old trial of the day. Look, she's in good order. She's powerful. Hey, sweetheart. And Outcast Alley also trialled well. We'll get straight to it. Sometimes we just go in the order of the way we walk around. This is just to let the audience know, Luke, there's a lot of planning that goes into this, isn't there?
Definitely, you write that sheet
yep.
up.
There it is, the run sheet. Yeah. And here she is, Steffi. Her coat's never great, but I think she's more forward than she's been. Gate 7 of 12, tough race. Luke.
Yeah, very tough race, but she couldn't be in any better order. I think she's fitter than she was first up last time. Her work's been outstanding. She was sharp on Tuesday. Decent gate, tough race, but she's in this right up to her ears.
Yeah, and we may just need a bit of luck from the gate, but she's due, and I think she's going to be super, super competitive. He's Happy Valley. She's going to run next week, possibly. She's in good order. He's Strata Verena, sweetheart. Nice filly, in very good order. Triple Tempo. She could run on Wednesday if she does watch out. She ran a trial by a big margin. Here's Dealwin Dash. Now, the big fella, the big Kiwi import. What's the verdict, Luke?
I'm not talking about you either. Look, he's going to run on Sunday, Class 1 and maiden plate. He gets in very well at set weights conditions. Up to the 2000, I don't think it's going to be any worry. Josh galloped him on Tuesday, was really pleased with the progression he's made, and yeah, he should go there and be a very good chance. Yeah,
and I think the key is we just put him where he's comfortable. He's drawn a bit deep there. We'll probably get back and just get to the outside. I do think he's an extremely promising stayer, particularly after his first up one. He was very good that day. Here's a filly, Dame Commander, who was stakes place last time. She's in really good order. She had an easy jump out this morning, was really smooth, so that was good. Right, we're up here. Q's Likely's coming along well, an English import. Springlee, well, she got the chocolates last week. I don't think she was as convincing as she can be, and she's definitely doing things just a touch upside down.
Yeah, it didn't really run along at a genuine tempo for her, so she was on the chewy a little bit during the race, but got the job done. I thought she flattened out well. Tricky gate on Saturday, but if she can get back and get cover, she'll be hitting the line hard. She's fit
Yeah, and I think that's the key. A lot will depend on how the track's playing too. And here's a little buyer. Now, who would have thought you'd go into a Group 3 and be about $8, Luke?
Yeah, throw it the stumps for sure, but she's found the right race to be in. She couldn't be any more dominant than she has been her last two, so mare's in form, they say, and she's definitely one of those.
Yeah, on the minimum, we'll be positive. I think she'll lead. And she's a definite each-way hope and looks amazing. Never looked better. Yankee 1, she's going to run on Thursday. Kieran McAvoy rides 1100. I think she'll be a big chance. She's an A-lister. This is Lobby's tip. Glenn Lobb. I like her tomorrow. I think the last race, she should get into a nice spot. And I think she should be hard to beat.
She was really good last start. She finished off really well. Maybe up to the 1200 is going to help her. And she gets down in weight, so she's a big chance.
I don't think we've missed anything. I think we've got them all covered. We come out marquee saddlery. We get a lot of gear. Jockeys and trainers, we use a lot of them. Any refunds on all that broken gear?
There is no broken gear, you know that. Australian-made quality.
Australian-made.
I'm sure you might get some broken gear, but luckily you buy Australian.
Australian-made. Imported from China. Anyway, so, well, that pretty much sums it up. My best of the weekend, I'm going to go Steffi Magnetica. Here's a Shisha's best of the weekend. Steffi, best of the weekend. Steffi.
I'm going to get my money early today. Our man's ass at Newcastle.
Our man's ass. We go around one more. Jen, best of the weekend.
She's an A-lister.
There you go. Bobby.
Pick that now as Spring League.
Mr. Markey. Mr. Markey. Mr. Markey. He's just looking at all this gear that needs to be replaced on a weekly basis.
I'll go with the horse named after you. He's an A-lister.
Yeah, he's an A-lister. I like it. Righto, folks. That pretty much sums it up. We've got a few more questions. Michael, what is the plan? Imperial Force, 19th. He is nominated for the Arrowfield. Broadway Follies, interesting. She trialled huge yesterday. She bet a stellar bunch of horses and she's won 2 country races. So I'm pretty confident she can step up to provincials and then city, and watch out for her. She's going really well. Raikkonen's in great order too. Laurel coming along very well. And Cold Gin jumped out this morning, went well, ran 2nd of 6. Good jump out. That's it. Good luck. Have a great weekend. And as I say that, it's raining here, but it's probably fine about one suburb over. Take care. Obviously, the Canterbury Stakes and the Kiwi Cuz.